Hey everyone, Ultimate Oddball here. I'm going to talk about auditory sensory sensitivity in autistic people and analyze its nature. Many autistic people have an increased sensitivity to various noises, whether because said noise is loud in volume or because it's specifically bothersome in tone or pitch. In addition, large amounts of sensory input can mix together and become overwhelming in that way. Because of this, one might assume that all loud noise is disliked by autistic people, but this is not necessarily the case. As I mentioned in a previous video on sensory input, some sensory input may be enjoyable and thus sought out, even when it seems discomforting or unenjoyable to non-autistic people. For me personally, I've enjoyed loud music since I was young. I've been making music in various ways for years, so it was something I forced myself to become accustomed to. However, I dislike loud music when I'm in a crowded place. There aren't many concerts I would deal with the anxiety and sensory overload of to go to. I also don't listen to a song at a loud volume unless I know the song, as I very much dislike sudden loud noises when I'm not expecting them. I've also noticed that if I start to focus on something, reading or thinking about a subject deeply, I tend to experience a decrease in the sensory input volume from my other senses. I created a poll on the Ultimate Oddball Twitter asking other autistic people on my list how loud noise affected them. Though the results are in no way scientific, I do think they're interesting regardless. Out of the 12 people who responded, 2 said they love loud noises and/or music, 3 people said they hated them, and the remaining 7 chose only if I control them. To me, this indicates the possibility that sensory overload may be somewhat alleviated through fine-tuning environments to the needs and preferences of the individuals within them who experience sensory overload. Certain sensory input may be particularly distressing, so it's important to address those things first. Dealing with the major factors which contribute to sensory overload and minimizing them can create the opportunity for an autistic individual to experience the world without it being distressing and discomforting. This is important as distressing experiences, especially early in life, can be particularly problematic in that they generate and reinforce anxiety, depression, aversion to interaction with others, as well as many other issues. The more negative experiences a person has, logically speaking, the less they're probably going to want to enter a situation which seems likely to reproduce it. For me personally, this is a big part of why I don't often leave the house and why I like repetition in my schedule. If going outside of your normal routine regularly resulted in pain or discomfort or some other negative experience, I think anyone else would do the same. It's more or less an attempt at emotional and mental self-preservation for me, and probably for many others as well. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for coming by. Have a good day.
Hey everybody, Ultimate Oddball here. If you want to stay up to date with my videos, click subscribe. I release a new video on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do gaming commentary and review. I talk about my experiences on the autism spectrum, and I share my opinions and thoughts on a variety of matters. My hope is that, through my videos, I can help to dispel some of the misinformation, confusion, and negativity people have regarding autism. Thank you for helping me do that by watching these videos.